Last time, we may have gone international when we looked at Disney Cinemagic, which was exclusive to Western Europe. But today, we're looking at a channel and service that has become truly global, BabyTV. I had never heard of this channel until I was doing research for my BabyFirst TV video, which was, oh god, nearly 6 years ago? Jesus Christ. And it's surprising that I'd never heard of it because, as we'll see, BabyTV is not only older, but actually bigger. Like, way bigger than BabyFirst TV ever was. So it's no surprise that I've been getting endless requests for it since the BabyFirst TV video, and also no surprise that it ended up making it on the last community poll. And thus, now it's finally time to give BabyTV the attention it deserves. Yes, BabyTV is indeed older than BabyFirst TV, nearly 3 years older in fact. It was launched on December 4th, 2003. However, what's really strange is that it, unlike BabyFirst TV, was not launched in the United States. It wasn't even launched in Canada, Australia, the UK, or anywhere else in Europe. No, BabyTV was originally launched in Israel. Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't expecting that either. But I suppose this technically makes BabyTV the first network launched in Asia we've looked at. Go figure. And it stayed exclusive to Israel for nearly 2 years before being launched internationally for the first time on the 4th of July! Oh wait, I already did that joke. On July 4th, 2005, following a deal with French satellite company Télévision par Satellite. From there, BabyTV absolutely exploded, establishing itself in seemingly as many markets as possible. It came to Indonesia under the name Vision 3 Baby in 2006, the UK, Argentina, South Korea, Taiwan, Vietnam, Japan, and various Eastern European countries in 2007, Singapore, Spain, and even Nigeria in 2008, India, Mexico, and Italy in 2009, Hong Kong in 2010, and many other countries and regions. That's right, even though BabyFirst TV also had a sizable international presence, BabyTV at one point or another was far, far larger. BabyFirst TV may have been the king of television for babies, but BabyTV was the emperor. Just huge. However, some of you may have noticed that among all the countries and regions I just mentioned, never was the United States brought up. That's because at this time BabyTV simply wasn't available here. This gave BabyFirst TV, which launched in 2006, a chance to corner the market here. I suppose this is why I had never heard of BabyTV until a few years ago, despite BabyTV being far, far bigger than BabyFirst would ever be. But in 2011, that would change, as Galaxy 23 Satellite and Dish Networks began carrying it, though the latter was initially only available in Spanish. This happened despite that BabyTV and BabyFirst had been involved in a lawsuit years before, in which BabyTV accused BabyFirst of trademark infringement, saying that BabyFirst TV's name and logo were too similar to that of BabyTV. Now, for the name, I can understand, though I think the name BabyFirst TV isn't similar enough to BabyTV to justify it. And for the logo, it's even flimsier. I mean, one has a butterfly and the other a stylized flower character. There may be like a little bit of a connection in the theme with butterflies and nectar, but that's it. Again, not enough similarity to justify a lawsuit. And this is perhaps why the lawsuit went nowhere. It was reported on a little bit in 2008, but nothing really seems to have happened after that. My guess is that they dropped the matter, or at least settled out of court. And, I mean, is it really hard to see why? It was stupid to begin with, much like so many other lawsuits involving copyright. But I digress. Much like how BabyFirst TV had its 7 categories for its programming, BabyTV has 9 for its programming. These include first concepts, nature and animals, music and art, imagination and creativity, building friendships, songs and rhymes, guessing games, activities, and bedtime. Shows include Hungry Henry, which is in first concepts, Yo-Yo the Magician, which is in building friendships, Babyhood, also in building friendships, Kenny and Gory Meet Friends, which, despite its name, is actually in guessing games, Goodnight Teddy Bear, obviously in bedtime, Crafty Rafty in imagination and creativity, and Mama and Yaya in activities. BabyTV continued its expansion around the world into the 2010s, launching in Malaysia in 2011 in addition to the United States as mentioned earlier, as well as Canada, and then Ukraine in 2012, and then Qatar sometime after that. I was unable to find an exact date for the Qatari launch. It enjoyed much success throughout the 2010s, absolutely dominating the world of baby television around the world. However, at the end of the decade, that growth and success was brought to a grinding halt by a company that often ruins things for other media brands: Disney. You see, back in 2007, as BabyTV was beginning its quest for world dominance, Fox International Channels, on behalf of mass media giant News Corporation, yes, that was its actual name, bought a majority stake in BabyTV, meaning that BabyTV was now mostly owned by Fox. This would ultimately come to bite them as the Walt Disney Company bought out Fox in March 2019, and thus BabyTV came to ultimately be under Disney's control. This was bad for BabyTV because from the get-go, Disney didn't actually care about it. In fact, they sort of tried to push it off to the side as they already had Disney Junior aimed at a similar enough demographic, and so they felt that BabyTV was too redundant at best or clashing with the Disney brand at worst. And so Disney just kind of neglected BabyTV and left it to its own devices, and this caused the growth the brand had experienced in years before to slow down and stagnate. Without Disney pouring its massive resources into BabyTV nearly as much as it was for Disney Junior, it wasn't able to grow anymore, since its finances were now ultimately overseen by a company that didn't care about it. Thus, over the course of the 2020s, BabyTV has been declining. Many of the countries it had expanded to now no longer offer it. It was discontinued in Japan and Hong Kong in 2021, Malaysia, Latvia, Russia, Belarus, and Italy in 2022, India, South Korea, the Philippines, and all remaining Southeast Asian markets in 2023, Taiwan in 2024, and Brazil in February of this year. As if that wasn't bad enough, around this time, on March 28, 2024, BabyTV's Portuguese, Dutch, and Scandinavian channels were hijacked to broadcast Russian propaganda about the Russo-Ukrainian War. There was then a second attack in April of that year, which led to the original channels in these countries being pulled and then moved to a new, more secure feed. Given everything that's been happening with BabyTV, though, I'm surprised they didn't decide to just discontinue it outright in these countries. I can only assume that, despite everything, BabyTV was still getting high enough viewership in Europe to justify keeping it in these countries. Perhaps Western Europe is largely safe for now when it comes to BabyTV, but who knows how much longer that will be the case at this point. BabyTV is one of the most tragic cases I've looked at for Medora Entertainment in a long time, because its sudden decline was almost entirely avoidable, even taking the decline of traditional television into account. Had Disney gotten over themselves and managed to integrate BabyTV with its brands more, or at least tried to do something, anything with it besides shun it like they did, I have no doubt that it would have lived on for far longer in the markets that it was ultimately pulled from. Remember, BabyTV was broadcast in many regions that are not as well developed as in other places, like Nigeria, Latin America, Indonesia, the Philippines, Latvia, Russia, and Belarus. In these places, television is often more accessible than streaming is, and so BabyTV could have lasted longer there. But no, Disney just had to push it aside. BabyTV was not just straight up murdered, like with so many of the other networks and brands we've looked at on this channel. Rather, it's like a pet that was given to a new owner from its old owner, and this new owner just neglected the animal, not giving it enough food or enough love and care, and it's been wasting away ever since. If nothing is done about it soon, BabyTV, much like so many neglected pets, will end up dying a death that didn't need to happen so soon. Oh jeez, I got a bit too dark there, didn't I? Sorry about that. But anyway, let me know in the comments. What do you think should be done in order to stop BabyTV from dying out completely? Anyway, thanks for watching. And as always, stay tuned.